She hadn't gotten a touch with her back to the basket the last few possessions. A really good job of delivering that by Maddie Westbeld, and that is a tough finish. But when you can use the glass on the interior, and so many people want to put it just over the rim, but giving yourself a chance by using the glass, Maya Dotson did just that.
And Dotson told us before the game she felt like she was really hitting a groove. And has certainly shown that in her numbers. The foul trouble saddling her a bit tonight, but here's your reset. We have her important possession arrow in favor of Tech. No fouls to give for Notre Dame, and both teams with 2 timeouts. Huge game. Again, the winner will be in sole possession of 4th place in the ACC, which means top 4, the coveted double bye in the always tough ACC tournament. But the teams that win the ACC tournament have been the double bye teams.
Yes, they have. It's so important. I mean, it is really tough to play a lot of games in a short amount of time in a conference tournament. You know, and right now, Notre Dame has to do a really good job of defending without fouling. And if you're Georgia Tech, you want to go to the rim. You want to force Notre Dame to have to make a play. And here's what you were talking about. All finalists since 2014 have had a double bye.
Lottman inbounding. Shot clock is off. Dubai gets it right back to Lottman. They need a 2 to tie, a 3 to go ahead. Lottman on the switch, Westbeld.
Yeah, there's a nice take.
So Lottman with the new season high in scoring. And Notre Dame takes a timeout. What an offensive effort for Lottman tonight.
She's been terrific. I mean, she has, like we said earlier, she was the sole source of offense in the first half, but she has had complete control of the game with her pace, with her tempo in this second half. What a hesitation. I mean, could have backed it out and looked at Lorella Kubai, but good heads-up play and strong finish by Lodemai Lottman.
Notre Dame now down just to 1 timeout. Again, Lottman from Helsinki, Finland. Her parents are in attendance, coming over early, as did Lorella Kubai's brother for senior night, which is upcoming. But what do we think the Irish have up their sleeve right now?
Well, I'd give the ball to Maya Dotson, you know, or I'd put her in a 2-man with Olivia Miles. But right now, if you're Notre Dame, you want to get the last shot. You either want to score to win or go into overtime, one of the two. Just, you don't want to give Georgia Tech an opportunity to get the ball with time left on the clock.
Citron, the freshman, gets it over to Miles, her buddy. Knocked by Lottman. Remember, they had a couple of fouls to give. That takes a couple of seconds off the clock. Boy, just the first foul on Lottman, playing such a clean game. Guarding Miles, got physical, and a timeout taken by Niele Ivey. Miles upset that a foul wasn't called.
Oh, and this is part of her growth process, right? You know, the maturation, the being able to play quick but not be in a hurry, handling time and score situations. And you see really trying to make a play going one-on-one with Lodemai Lottman. And as you mentioned, upset because there wasn't a foul call. But again, I mean, she is such a dynamic player. She's such an explosive player. But we can still see lots of teaching moments for growth for her, as there would be. And she said that to us, like, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Teams are throwing a lot of different things at me, and every day I'm learning.
6.6 seconds left to go. And Niele Ivey just reminded Sonia Citron that we don't have any more timeouts, so please don't call one. That was dribbled off of Miles' foot. Georgia Tech does have a timeout.
But they passed the ball right there. You know, it wasn't a rebound. You passed the ball, so they're going to take it in the backcourt. The ball's going to be inbounded in the backcourt. There's no opportunity to advance on the steal and the pass. Just a great 3 in a row, really great defensive plays by Lodomai Lotnin. She has been terrific for Georgia Tech here tonight.
Lodomai Lotnin with a new season high 23 points, has 6 assists, and made that defensive play that you saw Miles dribble the ball off her foot, and now the officials are coming over to take a look at the clock to make sure that they've got it right as far as how much time is left. Georgia Tech trying to beat Notre Dame for the first time ever in Atlanta, and only the second time overall. And they put a whole 1/10 of a second back on the clock. I think Nell Fortner is going to ask Lodomai Lotnin's family to come over a lot more
can
often.
you just stay throughout the entire NCAA tournament?
Maybe it's that good Finnish home cooking she's been getting.
It could be. It could be.
So you see no advancement of the ball. Kubai going to throw it in at 3/4 court. There's just 1.8 left to go.
If you're Maya Dotson, you want to be over here so that they can't throw it that way.
Kubai gets it in. Lotnin threw it up. Not enough time. And we are going to overtime, tied up at 61. Kubai at the free throw line. Getting 1 out of 2. 2 out of 3 for the game, getting them both on that trip.
Right now, important for Georgia Tech, good defensive possession. You can call a timeout on a rebound, and for Notre Dame, get a good, high-quality shot.
With 8 seconds left on the shot clock, there's a foul out on the perimeter.
Gosh, Pam, how many times have we seen this, right? You know, of course, when you go back and watch the film, you can show all these moments, but being disciplined on the defensive end of the floor, understanding situational basketball, you don't have to take chances. You just have to play good position defense and do your job.
Really loves foul, sends Miles to the line where she as always is very calm, hits them both, and now she comes out. Timeout actually taken by Georgia Tech. It's a 4-point advantage, just 24 seconds left to go. So the ACC right now, Louisville upset earlier tonight by North Carolina. In effect, 2 games back from NC State because NC State beat them head-to-head, so they have the tiebreaker, and this is for 4th place in the ACC. Carolina, that big win. Virginia Tech just smushed Syracuse. And this is the way it goes. Top 4 teams, so important with the double bye. Next 5, at least you get 1, but
yep,
you don't want to play 4 games in 4 days, right?
No, you certainly don't, and that double bye is so important. And both of these teams fighting for that, as well as NCAA seeding. Notre Dame is in the top 16, which means they would host at home.
Did not make the tournament last year, breaking a long string. Lotnin, short. Westbeld grabs it, and Notre Dame, well, you have to give a lot of credit to Darren Mabry for her work here in the overtime period.
Yeah, she's been terrific. She has controlled the pace and the tempo. She's executed offense. Multiple players have gotten touches, and Pam, she stepped up big, scoring all of her points in the second half in overtime. Finally seeing the ball go through the bottom of the net.
Unfortunately for Georgia Tech, this is continuing a pattern. They have had some heartbreaking losses this season. You're going to go, hey, they're 19-6, they're, having a good season, but gosh, they had Louisville on the ropes, let that one get away.
Purdue lost on a last-second shot.
The first 4 losses were by a grand total of 12 points, and took Notre Dame to overtime after falling behind by 16 in the first half. But this is a gutty performance for the Irish.
Yeah, it is. Coming on the road in a tough environment, getting production from multiple people, executing a game plan.
And it is a happy homecoming for Maya Dotson.
Yeah.
Foul trouble, not quite the second half she expected, but I'm sure Maya's going to be happy with the victory. A lot of her people, her friends and family coming over to see her.
And Pam, we're talking about a team that's really at its core is young, right? You got Maddie Westbeld, who's a sophomore. You got Olivia Miles and Sonia Citron, who are freshmen. Mabry and Dotson, the leaders of this team, able to withstand a run and finish the ball game.
So Notre Dame, with this win, will move into sole possession of 4th place in the ACC as they take it 72-66. 5 players in double figures, led by Olivia Miles with 18 points and 8 assists.
A really balanced effort. A great job of withstanding a run by Georgia Tech. An excellent execution in overtime and leadership by Dara Mabry.
And Loda Mailatin, the new season-high 24 points, but not quite enough. Notre Dame takes it 72-66. For Stephanie White, I'm Pam Ward.